Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Lone Oak Farm. This is episode number 32. I do believe, I'm pretty certain, I'm about 99.9999% certain that this is episode number 32. And I have been having a ball over on the Western Shore for Farm Sim 17. And I think when we were last together here on Lone Oak Farm, I believe that I might have said that this next video coming up, what would be this video, we would be harvesting corn. We're not harvesting corn just yet because the corn's not ready to harvest. We are still in the green state with all of our three cornfields that we planted first back in the spring, late spring, whatever, 42, 43, and 45. These are corn, and these will obviously be ready to harvest whenever they are ready to harvest. We have, just for argument's sake here, as far as what we have been doing, we are in the process of planting wheat on these two fields. This is our winter wheat crop for 41 and 33. We may get to some of that again today. Right now, we need to kind of tend to the animals for just a bit. We've got a load of straw in our mixing wagon. And we don't really need the mixing wagon anymore because we've got that highly sophisticated high-tech mixing station down just on to our right. We're going to be getting some mixed rations out of that in just a moment, but right now we need to put some straw into the barn and get that going, and then some water and some total mixed rations. Then we can get to doing something else. I have a feeling that something else will end up being a little bit more seeding just of our winter crop stuff, but we will be doing, that's all, still going. We will be doing some, okay, that's all she needs. That's all she wrote. So we will be doing some harvesting very soon, as soon as those fields come up. Now, fingers crossed, and everything, that we're not going to run into any problems with regards to being able to get all the work done that we need to get done. Because my gosh, we just seem to be burning a lot of daylight here in the last few days, and don't really have a whole lot to show for it as far as progress goes, because we need to make some progress. Let me think. What might be our best option to do? I think we need some straw down here in our mixing station. So what we could do is just take this down there, dump this straw into the mixing station, if it will take time. We can load bales of straw into the mixing station as well. We'll just do it this way and see how this works out. Pretty sure we need some straw in here. I may not take all of it. I can't remember if this holds 20,000 or 30,000. I guess it's 30,000 since we've sped past the 20,000 mark there. Will it all fit? If it fits, it ships. Hopefully it will all fit. That way we don't have to go and worry about this last bit. I was going to say we don't have to worry about getting this, leaving this out, but let's go ahead and just go park it. We're going to grab a hold of this Marshall trailer. The Marshall trailer may have some mixed rations in it already. We will find out whenever we drop this mixing wagon. But I decided to hold on to the mixing wagon just because, hey, we can throw some bells in there. We don't have to shred the bells. We don't have to buy anything else. It's basically already there. So we just kind of keep it in this shed here. We've got some hay bales in this barn, as well as that mixing trailer. That's the word I'm looking for. Hope you all are having a wonderful day, and I really hope that you guys are enjoying the Farm Sim 17 Classic series over on the Western Shore, the map by BulletBill. I have been having a ball playing that map, as I have said before, and of course it has become a little bit of a challenge for me because, as I was saying before, let's go ahead and get some total mixed rations and put in this trailer. kind of use this trailer to store the total mix rations in, and then just use it to move it over to the cows over there. But as I have said on some of the episodes over there, that cool animation. As I had, okay, let's shut that off. Let's actually get out. Bulbs, don't need that. We'll jump in. We'll start this guy off here, and we'll come back here and grab a screenshot because we need a screenshot to tell a story. And but anyway, as I was saying, my apologies for repeating myself always so much, is that it has been over a year. You know, I stopped playing. The last series I did on FarmSim 17 was the Green River map, and we, you know, I sort of finished it, got it all finished up and everything, right at the, you know, right time and everything for FarmSim 19 to come out. And really and truthfully, once FarmSim 19 came out, I did almost the exact same thing I had done previous with FarmSim 15 when 17 came out. Was I moved moved from that game over to the newer version, and just suffered like the rest of you all, and without the mods and without mod maps and stuff like that, and just really kind of turned my back to it, and I don't know why. I don't know why I did it that way. I guess I thought, you know, arguably, I guess I thought that, you know, well, that's what people want to see. Is people want to see the new version of the map. You don't want to watch me play an older version of the map. And so, and of course, I think I've explained how this sort of fell into my hands and everything. The Western Shore, BulletBill offered it up to me, and I immediately said, yes, sir, thank you. I would love to play your map. Would absolutely love to play your map. And at that particular point in time, I had not decided to do a Let's Play on it, because I was actually looking at doing off-camera gameplay, just my own personal gameplay on the Nebraska map for FarmSim 19, and I had some challenges with it, and really it's like, okay, well, do I really want to dive into such a huge map? And ultimately, I said no. I decided that I did not want to do that. And so when BulletBill offered up the Western Shore, I'm like, okay, well, I've still got FarmSim 17 installed. I've still got all my mods installed for 17. And so, yeah, so that's where we are. And I just recorded episode number 5 of that map. Now I'm getting myself set up with a nice schedule, or as nice of a schedule as I possibly can, as busy as I am, but where I can output 4 videos a week, so 2 videos on Lone Oak and 2 videos on the Western Shore. Hopefully I can keep up with that, and everything will be golden. So our cows, water's going to creep on up there where it needs to be by itself. We don't need to worry about that. Our chickens could use some wheat, but we'll take care of that at a later time. And I think for right now, we're going to run on out here and get in the John Deere out here. Now, Jack, just to kind of bring you up to speed, Jack has got everything set up. Our 2 combines are parked here in this garage, and we are ready to go. We've got corn headers on them. They're all dialed in for corn, and we are ready to go. Jack is pretty much just kind of cleaning up the shop right now, or at least he's supposed to be. I don't know where he is. He might be kicked back. Well, it is 11:30. Maybe maybe his stomach started grumbling and he decided to go and have some lunch. But he's cleaning up the shop to kind of get it ready for just in case, just in case we have something that breaks or whatever that we need to move into the shop to repair. But that's what he's doing. Billy Bob is well, who knows really where Billy Bob is at the particular point in time. Who knows? Maybe they've both gone to lunch, and they didn't bother asking me. They didn't bother swinging by and saying, "Hey Jerry, can we get you something?" No, they just buggered off. So there you go. So we're just going to actually just start seating right where we are sat here. If I can get this on the correct setting, and we're going to start putting our winter wheat crop into this field now. To be quite honest with you, I have not decided. What we're going to do with this other portion of field down here. The more I think about it, and I know, Jack is kind of arguing with me that, well, whoa, getting the wheat out there awfully close to our road. Jack is kind of arguing with me that we need the extra space. I'm arguing back saying, well, really and truthfully, do we really need the extra storage space? And my argument is that, well, when we need, what we need storage for mainly is for winter. But winter, we're not running combines, we're not running seeders. We might be doing a little bit of plowing if the soil's not frozen. We might be doing some cultivating. We might be doing a little bit of cover crop work, maybe. But of course, I'm talking about kind of the dead of winter, the December, January, February kind of time frame. And no, we're not running a lot of equipment, so we can everything, because we're not going to buy a second combine right now. We're just not going to do it. So everything will fit if we do it right into our main shop, into the main shed there. And that's what we're going to do, because I just don't feel comfortable right now. What I would rather do is, while we are sitting on $621,000 and we've got good credit with the bank and everything, I would rather go ahead and plan. For investing in more fields, if that's what we're going to need to do, is go ahead and go that route instead of putting in a pole barn or something like that, just to park a bit of equipment. His argument is, well, it's easier to get the header, the grain header for the combine, pull that through. We've kind of been leaving it outside. I think we can get it where we want to get it, inside of storage, if that's what we want to do, and be just fine. But mainly, our main concern about storing equipment is obviously combines in. The tractors can come and go as we need them, as we do work during the wintertime. And again, I just don't think that, the semi-rig, it can go in the barn as well. The trailers can sit outside. They've got covers on them. We do prep them for winter storage. But we're also going to be rolling those quite often as well, because it's going to take a while to, soybeans are still drying. They're looking good, but they're still drying, so we're not ready to move those just yet. And we just have to kind of have to wait. But I don't want to spend the money on stuff that's unnecessary. So what I'm getting at is that we're going to go ahead and put wheat on that portion, on that sort of that dog leg right portion of that field. For those of you who are golfers, you'll get what I'm talking about there. But I'm going to go ahead and put wheat there. And if for whatever reason, if Jack just obviously can come up with a valid reason, if he comes to me next week or whatever and says, well, this is why we need to do that, then and if it's something that I agree with, then we'll just cultivate it under that portion of the field that we need for the shed. We'll just cultivate that under, gravel it, and then be done with it. But for right now, I want to get these two crops in, because I want to at least get two of our winter wheat in the ground, get them in, because then then we can start harvesting corn whenever it's ready. Because don't forget, we've still got a ton of soybean fields that we've got to put in the ground, or I'm sorry, that we've got to harvest. The seeds are already in the ground, obviously, and they're growing. They're growing well. The beans are growing well. The corn needs to come ready now. I'm ready to start harvesting corn. I really am. Uh, and because we've got a lot of corn, but we've got a lot more beans to bring in as well. All right. Well, I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. And again, I hope that you are enjoying both of these series. I had a little bit of a surprise. Now, I'm recording this episode. You guys aren't going to watch it for quite a while. I'm recording this episode on the 5th of January. And I woke up to a surprise this morning. Both Eustace Pharmer and on his Discord had been, well, Eustace Pharmer private messaged me on Discord, and then they were talking about it on his Discord channel. The Grizzly Bear Sims YouTube channel was mentioned on Silver News. If you guys aren't familiar with what Silver News is, it's a gentleman by the name of Joe who puts this news program together. And it's kind of a variety of news items, mainly in the simulation gaming world. So he'll have some ETS and PS2 news, but he doesn't. And sometimes other games are mentioned, but it's primarily within the simulation-based gaming community. So he'll have a lot of farm simulator stuff that he talks about. I mean, he'll talk about mods. He'll talk about he'll talk about the progress of something being developed, released, or whatever. He was covering seasons for console quite a bit before it finally became available. Cool program, very good program. Well, because he scours the interwebs, he scours all the various Facebook groups and everything. And BulletBill had mentioned me on his Facebook page, and had mentioned me playing the Western Shore map. And so Joe picked that information, that news information piece up, and talked about it on his show. And I was very, very surprised, pleasantly surprised. So I think our viewership numbers have begun to creep up a bit. And so if you are here because of that news item, welcome to the Grizzly Bear Sims YouTube channel and YouTube family. I do mainly farm sim content, as you can see from my vast catalog of videos, 550 I think now, something like that, or getting close to it. Just enjoy yourself. And I do have a Discord channel. You'll find all the particular information down below. I don't have Facebook anymore, but I do have the Discord channel, and I've got some links to my friends' YouTube channels and stuff down below. I run a very family-friendly channel, rated G, even though I will say for COPPA reasons that basically my content is geared for individuals who are over the age of 13 years of age. But I don't use vulgar language. I don't generally talk about anything that's not family-friendly type content. All right. Well, anyway, we're coming up on about 20 minutes here, and by now the animals should have plenty of water. And I think I saw Jack and Billy Bob come swinging in behind the barn there. So hopefully they brought me something for lunch. If for whatever reason they did not, then I'm going to give them a good old talking to. And I think that what we might do, because again, I kind of know that you guys are probably ready to get to the corn harvest. So I think that once I get this wheat in the ground, off camera, because I'm probably going to wrap this episode up here in just a minute or two. Once I get this in the ground, then I will fast forward time and we'll get us into corn harvesting mode, because I know you guys are ready to see that. And I don't know how many videos that will obviously be And then obviously that will hopefully move the chains closer to the time in which that we can also begin harvesting soybeans part two. Those fields will be coming available, but they're still, I mean, those beans are still over there. They're still quite, they still have quite more to grow. And obviously we want that. We want good healthy beans because we've got those contracts. We've got those Chinese contracts to fulfill. And I think that, you know, as far as it goes right now, while we're still in the stages of determining, trying to decide what we're all going to grow for next year, you know, if that continues to be a thing, if the soybeans look like it's going to be something that we're going to want to benefit from next year, then obviously we'll be planning on putting a lot more soybeans in the ground, or at least equal to what we've decided to put in the ground for this year. Cotton obviously was a good thing to do, so we'll definitely want to have at least one large field of cotton. So we are going to be in the market for adding at least one more fairly good sized field to our land. Don't know which one that's going to be just yet, but that will all be forthcoming in the next few stages of, you know, gameplay. I'm not going to worry about, you know, I don't know when we're going to buy it. Don't know if we'll buy it before, you know, before spring, after spring. Maybe we'll, you know, see. I need to talk to the farmers and find out what they're planning to do. If they're not going to plant anything on it, then obviously we probably will pick it up around the springtime time frame. That way we can obviously put something in the ground for that, start getting the fields prepped and everything for that. So anyway, it looks like I am also running out of seed and fertilizer. I'm down to 10 and 11% respectively, but I think I can get this little portion here done, and then as I said, wrap this video up. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, start wrapping things up, getting you on your way for whatever else you need to do today, and then I will get things moved along. That way, when we come back together again for episode number, what will that be, 33, we'll be harvesting some corn. And my apologies for, you know, not having us there now, but I just wanted to do a little bit more. I wanted to get this wheat in the ground because, well, I just felt that was an important thing to do. So without any further ado, I'm going to say thank you all so much for watching. Please make sure you watch the Farm Sim 17, the Western Shore series, if you are so inclined. And thank you again for watching. Please take good care of yourself, also of each other. And don't forget those four-legged furry friends. Protect them as well, because they need us, and you know, they're such loyal animals, dogs, cats, etc. Anyway, thank you all again for watching, and I will see you all here on Lone Oak Farm the very next time you see me here on Lone Oak Farm. Bye bye for now.